There are some very beautiful customs on Shavuos. The most famous one of all. Anybody know any famous customs?
Yeah.
You have the gentleman in the back with the hat. Okay. You vape. Scott, you have to vape on Yom Tov. No? Actually, you're not allowed to vape, but you are allowed to smoke.
Really?
Yeah, because you can't do anything electronic, but you can do fire. Yeah.
No, you can't light a fire.
You cannot make an original fire, but if you have a candle burning, you can put your cigarette to it.
Oh, yeah.
You can't strike a match, but you can from an existing fire. From an existing fire. All right, let me just go through a half a dozen of these. We'll be done in 90 seconds or 2 minutes.
Mendy has the floor.
Okay. One of the most beautiful customs there are is we're up all night and we learn. Now, why do we do that? Now, we do it to make up for something that we did that was not so nice.
Slept late.
When we went to Mount Sinai and the Torah was going to be given the next day, you would think that nobody would have the nerve to fall asleep. You don't want to miss the show. But everybody fell asleep. So now we stay up and we learn. Excuse me?
Wasn't the golden calf? Wasn't that when we had the golden calf?
What?
When Moses came down the mountain.
Yeah, that was before. That was before. That was the first time he came down. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. The next thing we do, which is a beautiful custom, I'm sure it's being done in Chabad also, is that we decorate a shul with greenery. And the reason in that is because Mount Sinai was a barren mountain, it was in the desert, but all of a sudden, beautiful shrubbery, lush, flowers, everything, so we do that. The other thing we do is we eat, what do we eat on Shavuos?
Dairy.
Dairy. Why do we eat dairy? Because once the Torah was given, you couldn't eat meat unless it was ritually proper kosher slaughter. So why didn't they slaughter it? There was a shaykhid. Because the Torah was given on what day of the week? Shabbos. So you couldn't Shabbos. So you had to have a parva cholent. There was no.
So dairy was
Okay. Also, the word for milk is chalav, which numerically is number 40. So that's why we have milk. And there is one. Oh, there's a couple of other which I'm not going to say. The last one is something, we read something special on Shavuos. The book of Ruth. Yes, not Babe Ruth.
Yeah, I know.
You know, once a guy brings a dog into a restaurant, and the guy tells him, the manager says, you can't bring a dog in this restaurant. She says, wait a second, this dog can talk.
Yeah, Ruth. Oh, God, come on.
This dog can talk. So he says, yeah, let me see. So he says, asks the dog, the bottom of a tree, what is it called? So the dog goes, root. So he says, not dog. No, wait a second. What's that called on top of on the walls? Roof. He says, no, come on. So he said, I'm giving you one more chance. Who was the best baseball player ever? So the dog goes, root. So he says, he's a fraud, and chases him out. As the dog is halfway out of the restaurant, the dog turns around and says, what do you want me to say, DiMaggio? Okay, so we read the book of Ruth. It's a very beautiful story where a Moabite converted, and the result of that, she married somebody by the name of Boaz.
Yeah.
And what happened that night? He died.
He died?
She got pregnant, and he died.
You said it, Henry knocked her up.
No, I thought he went to the...
But King David was born from that union, and for many reasons read the story, especially since King David King David was born and died on Shavuos. So we read that story. Okay.
I thought...
I'm done. Any questions?
Yeah,
Boaz was married to?
I thought David